Vegeta, thanks.
For what? I should be thanking you, Kakarot.
Goodbye, my friend.
If you somehow haven't heard by now, the creator of one of the most iconic series of all time, Akira Toriyama, has passed away. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this all over your feed. Just about a ton of videos on it today, and for good reason. He was the creator of one of the most legendary series ever. Like, without him, a lot of modern shonen, a lot of anime honestly wouldn't exist. A lot of mangakas specifically were inspired or tutored under Akira Toriyama, specifically Oda and Kishimoto, the Naruto creator and the One Piece creator. They were essentially like students of his. And I don't know, when I first heard about the news like yesterday, I was on my way to the movies, and then my brother told me, hey, Akira passed away, which I was kind of in disbelief because sometimes people joke around online, say stuff, but no, it turned out to be true. There was a statement put out that said, unfortunately, Akira Toriyama has passed at the age of 68 due to illness, and I don't know, I was just kind of in disbelief, not gonna lie. It was a pretty quiet car ride, and after I finished watching my movie, I just kind of went home and just kind of sat on it and thought about it for like a good while, because Akira Toriyama, this man, honestly is the one responsible for me getting into anime. I would assume most of you who got into anime was because of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, at least to some aspect. Even if you're not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball, it honestly had some sort of impact on you, whether you may know it or whether you may not. Specifically because that Dragon Ball inspired so many mangakas. The creator of One Punch Man, you got the creator of Fairy Tail, you got the creator of Spy X Family, you got so many of these modern day mangakas, some of the previous ones who were honestly inspired by Dragon Ball, and it kind of sucks, honestly. Losing Akira Toriyama is kind of like losing a family member that you've known but you never really met. And even despite me never meeting this man, I genuinely feel sad, just because this man created some of the most beloved works, some of the most beloved characters of all time. And just kind of talking about it, just, I don't know, it just kind of hurts, not gonna lie, because this man is solely responsible for me getting into anime. And as much as me, as much as all of you, so many people, so many artists, so many wonderful people were inspired by him, and they feel really sad today. Even today, heads of government, heads of corporations are saying their condolences and their prayers for Akira Toriyama and his family. So you got the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, who made a Twitter post regarding saying, I am sorry that Akira is gone. You got the Chinese state apologizing for Akira's loss. You got multiple heads of companies, governments just apologizing and saying their deepest condolences for losing this man, this icon, the man who created an anime, the man who inspired so many people to be who they are today. It's kind of crazy. Not too many people have had this type of impact, I would say, since Stan Lee passed away a few years ago. And he was like the greatest. He was one of the most beloved comic book artists, writers of all time. And here you have Akira Toriyama, who had such a big impact on so many people's lives, whether they know it, whether they're not. And honestly, just kind of feels crazy because I grew up watching the shows. I remember staying up late on Toonami watching the reruns of Dragon Ball Z, and how excited I used to be just watching those, and then watching some of my favorite anime, and it just, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to believe that everything this man did, it's still there, but the man behind it, he's not here with us. And the last work that he probably does have, Dragon Ball Diamond, which is the upcoming new Dragon Ball series that's supposed to launch in 2024. That was his last confirmed work that he did, and after that, we probably have nothing from Akira Toriyama. The mantle has been passed down to Toyotaro. Speaking of Toyotaro, someone really got to check up on the man, because he made a Twitter post and it says, all I wanted to do was just be inspired by him. Like Toyotaro, like he was his disciple. He now has a burden to carry, like to carry the Dragon Ball franchise going forward. It all ends on him. I can't imagine how much pressure it feels just to be him. He is the next person to lead the Dragon Ball franchise, and you really gotta think the weight of the shoulders, or the weight of the world, is on your shoulders essentially, and it just feels pretty rough, not gonna lie. But with that being said, that's just my thoughts, my take on Akira Toriyama, what he did for me, what he did for so many people of our generation, for so many people of this new generation, how he inspired so many people, heads of governments, heads of corporations. They are all saddened today. The world mourns as we mourn the loss of Akira Toriyama, and to the family out there, my deepest condolences for losing this amazing, fantastic man. And all the fan art, all the art I've seen, all the memorials I've seen of him, it's sad. It's just tragic.